Yep. What up? It's DJ Sus One, the feature presentation radio show. My co-host, Ali V.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got one of my heroes in the building, one of my
thank
dudes.
you, sir. Thank you,
one of the
Sus.
funniest guys on earth.
Thank you, man.
He keeps light-skinned niggas alive. You know what I'm saying? Mike Epps is here.
Yes,
Oh,
Mike
thank you.
What's good, boy?
Nothing much. What's up, Sus?
Chilling, just trying to get that,
How you doing?
that
How are you?
Epps type of money.
Oh,
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Let me borrow $1.
you don't want that. There's a lot come with it, brother.
I'm
Really?
sure.
Yeah.
All right, so you got a book,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Which I actually wanted you to sign, but
Yes.
All right.
rushed here and left it in the car, so I'm going to have to hit you on a later date.
All right. It's all good.
Unsuccessful Thug.
Yeah.
So you was a thug?
I mean, you know. I mean, that's the thing. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody's a real thug. You know what I mean?
I gotta bring you to
in-
Brooklyn.
Nobody in life. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by that?
Ain't nobody successful at it. You know any successful?
Oh,
ones?
successful thugs.
Yeah, you
I
know
get
any?
it.
You
No,
know any real
I don't.
gangsters? they all lose.
I know one.
Who?
Your mama.
That
Okay.
That's the
Right,
real
right.
the
gangsters. man.
IRS. They're
Yeah.
successful gangsters.
They
You
are.
right. You right
That's
about
the
that.
truth.
You
That's
are
the
right
truth.
about
That's
that.
the truth. But I named the book that Sus because I wasn't good at it. You know what I mean? And it takes a lot to admit that. You know what I mean? Because so many brothers love to admit that they love to tell people all these war stories about them. And I wanted to write a book because nobody writes a book about the fact that they're not successful at that. You know what I mean? So I wanted to write a book. I screamed on myself and I screamed on everybody who claimed that. You know what I mean? Everybody that claimed to be tough or tried to be or said that they was a street dude. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, I got to write a book so the kids will know, man, it's okay to admit that you ain't that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, who's going to step up and say that they ain't that yet? You
It's
know?
funny that you're saying this because it just works with what's going on in hip hop right now, like
Right.
with the whole Tekashi69 thing.
Oh,
I don't know if
yeah.
you saw what's going on, but a lot of gangsters is mad at him because he's portraying
Like
to
he's
be
the
gangster.
best. Like he's the
I'm not
best.
saying he's not gangster, but there's a
Yeah.
lot of
He's saying that no one had the balls to go up to him as of yet. So I feel like he's testing people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if you real, you wouldn't even be paying attention to him.
because he's 21 years old, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's the sad part about it. It's grown men chiming in, threatening this dude and stuff. And I just think they doing it for attention for themselves because ain't nobody real gonna take that dude serious. They
Well,
gonna
listen,
be
I'm a
laughing.
suburban kid. I
Yeah,
don't know about the gang culture, so put me on.
Yeah.
But I saw Game shot the Game. He was saying he takes the flag real seriously, you know, the blood, and he just feels like Tekashi is disrespecting the flag and the rules of that, and that's why he's disrespecting Tekashi the way he is. How do you feel about that?
Again, you know what I mean? Pull a picture up of everybody as a kid. Pull everybody's picture up as a kid. And you tell me if they were born that way. If you tell me if one of these dudes out here was born tough and a gangster, were you born a blood? Were you born a Crip? No.
Right.
That is not who you really are. That's to me,
Mm-hmm.
personally, you joined that shit for protection. You joined that shit because you was scared. And that go for all of them. I tell all the kids that if you following, you a coward. If you created something yourself and people are following, I'm with that. But all of them are following to me. That's what I think. You know what I mean? Because I had a chance to join a whole bunch of them gangs and claim them until I found out wasn't no benefits to it. You can't get your teeth done off of it. Ain't no 401k.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Ain't nothing. I'm like, what I'm claiming this shit
Yeah, I was
for?
watching
ain't
some
getting
other.
nothing out of it.
I was
Shit.
watching some other interviews, like from my boy Nori. Shout to Nori, and you was explaining how you had some unsuccessful robberies when you were younger.
I did. I was. Man, you know that's the thing is that. That's the thing is that what got me in trouble is that I do have a lot of heart. You know what I mean? And if you have a lot of heart but you don't have the skills to pull a crime off, you gonna be a dude that just gets in trouble all the time. That's what it was. I had a lot of heart, but didn't, I remember one time a dude robbed me, this dude named Swift. This is how I know I was a comedian. That's how I ended up being funny. This dude named Swift robbed me, right? And while he robbing me, and I'm gently taking the stuff off that he want, I'm taking it out of my pocket. He's talking to me like a parent, like, now you know this, you got to be born with this shit, right? I'm like, yes. And I'm taking my shit off, but I'm glad that I found comedy, man. And the whole time that I was out there trying to be something that I wasn't, I was funny the whole time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I said, you know what? This is my calling. I'm funny. You know what I mean? I ain't a street dude.
Well, we're going to talk more about the book. I want to talk more about comedy, too, because I want to see them, because you probably know a lot of comedians I don't know, but I have my favorites, and I want to know your opinion.
All right.
Mike Epps is in the building. It's the feature presentation radio show. It's DJ Sus One. Let's get it. The feature presentation, DJ Sus One, Hip Hop Nation. All right, Ali V is here.
Yes, sir.
King Lightskin, my guy, Mike Epps.
Team Light Skin.
Yes.
Well, I don't know how Drake feels about that. But Unsuccessful Thug, the book,
Yes.
out. #1 on Amazon, I saw.
Yeah.
Making a movie out here.
God is good.
Let's talk about comedians. I don't know if I'm sure people have brought this up to you before.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, who are your favorite comedians? I want to know that, #1.
Oh.
Who inspired you? And then I want to talk about today's generation compared to the old generation.
Yeah. Well, I definitely grew up watching Eddie Murphy.
My favorite,
Eddie,
by the way.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy was hilarious growing up, watching him on Saturday Night Live. And Richard Pryor, of course. And, Robin Harris. But I knew a lot of comedians that really never became famous that were hilarious. It was a guy named Rodney Winfield that passed away. He was in a lot of movies and stuff. A lot of avant-garde type comedians that people never paid attention to that I really like.
Do you remember Sam Kinison?
Man, I love Sam Kinison.
Yeah, because I thought he was incredible.
Man, he was
incredible. I thought George Carlin was incredible.
Oh, man.
Eddie Murphy's my favorite.
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence, of course.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle is one of my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm excluding you because you're here, because you're one of my favorites as well. He's looking at me like, all right.
No, you naming the good ones though. You naming the ones I like as well. Them is funny guys, man.
What about like some of the females, like Tiffany Haddish?
Oh yeah, Tiffany funny too. Tiffany Raw. Yeah. Tiffany Raw funny. I'm happy for her too. I'm happy she getting some success. Because I seen her working for it.
Is it wrong to say, I hate to say this because everybody attacks me, I felt like Eddie Murphy, he would get mad if I said this, I felt like he was better than Richard Pryor. Is that wrong to say? Because everybody, including Eddie, feels like Richard Pryor was the GOAT, is the greatest of all time. I feel like Eddie, I don't know if that's my age or whatever, I felt like he was that.
Oh yeah, well Eddie Murphy, I mean, it ain't bad for you to say that because Eddie Murphy, he's Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy did his thing, man. Yeah. And both of them are GOATs. You know what I mean? From two different eras. And I've heard a lot of people say, "Well, Richard Pryor wasn't funny to me," and I said I have to always stop people and tell them that was such a different era for us. He was funny in our mother and them's time. Yeah. That's like music. You can't really
appreciate it unless you grew up to it.
Yeah. I mean, my kids can't appreciate Grandmaster Flash, but I definitely did. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Is there still, because I remember reading that you might be up for a Richard Pryor movie? Did that fall through?
Yeah, it's been, the movie, the script was a Weinstein property, so.
Oh, shit.
When the Weinstein went down, all his properties went down too, so.
Damn.
I talked to his wife, and his wife says she's trying to rewrite another script, but, hey, who knows? I'm just going to play Mike Epps until they get it ready.
Is there footage of you actually playing Richard Pryor, like the audition?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the audition. I auditioned for it. I auditioned against a lot of comics, and I beat them out, I won over all the comics. I think because I knew how to smoke a cigarette. That made a difference. You know what I mean? Somebody sitting there trying to smoke, don't know how to smoke. It's like, he can't play with you, Pryor.
Do you get his voice on point?
Yeah, I got it all, man. I did it all. You know?
All right, let's see behind the scenes.
Yeah, I did it all, man. I did it all.
Let me ask you, because you took a Netflix deal in the past, and Monique seems to be having like a lot of issues with Netflix. Do you feel like she should have taken that deal?
Do I feel like she should have took? I don't know her situation. I don't know. I don't know what she should have took.
Like it wasn't the the dollar amount wasn't high enough for her to take it.
Right.
She wasn't getting any offers from anywhere else.
Right. I think she should have did it because that's what it's about. We crack jokes and we, you know what I mean? And I've taken deals that didn't pay me when I took the deal, but I doubled it the next time. I did a great job, and I came back and got what I was supposed to get for doing a great job. So sometimes you can take a deal that that just don't give you what you want, and you can flip it.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
but Monique stood on what she wanted to stand on. Whatever reason that she wanted to stand on that was her reason, you know. But you know, I've been taking deals that I know that they really wasn't great deals, you know, and I didn't feel bad about them because they always turn into something else. You know, I end up getting some money off of whatever.
That shmoney.
Yeah,
We're gonna talk.
Yes,
We're gonna talk about the movies in a second too.
Yes.
All right, it's the feature presentation. Mike Epps is in the building. It's Hip Hop Nation. Let's get it. Yeah, what up? It's DJ Sus One, the feature presentation radio show. Ali V is here
DJ
co-hosting.
Sus
Yes,
and Ali
sir.
B. This is a cool radio station. We
Mike
sitting on the
Epps.
couch,
We
man.
have Mike Epps in the building. New book out, Unsuccessful Thug.
Yeah.
And you said in the book that you got left back from kindergarten. How is that
I don't
even
know.
possible?
I still been asking my mother, well, how in the hell did I get
How
held
do you-
back?
He didn't
in-
eat the graham crackers correctly.
How does
There had to be
one
some
get-
shit like that, right? Well, you know, it took me a long time and many years to admit that I had a learning disability. You know what I mean? And I was hyper, man. I was just a hypertensive kid, you know. So school just didn't work for me.
I hear you.
You know, and the teacher's like, oh, you know, you don't know how to sit down. And nobody knew why, but I was eating 2 or 3 bowls of Captain Crunch before I got on the bus. So that sugar had me bouncing off the wall. And then I crashed at 3rd period and fall asleep.
Oh my God. And you also said that you called 911 on yourself.
Yeah.
What did you do to yourself?
Well, one
That
of
you
my
had to call 911.
one of my partners was breaking in houses at the time, and he kept showing up with all this nice shit. I'm like, damn, where you getting this shit at? And he said, I'm gonna take you to work with me one day. I said, come on, let's go to work. His name was Mad Max, and the next morning, he said, you ready to go to work? I said, yeah. So he picked me up, and I don't know what, I'm like, damn, this dude do it so well. He pulls in the back of these people's driveway. I guess he didn't scoped them out and realized they was gone on vacation or whatever. And we breaking these people's houses. You know, we breaking the house. He go through the window and come and open the door. I'm nervous as hell. He didn't set these people's house up like as he is. He didn't took and put pictures up of him in the house, took all they shit down. He's in this house, people's house for a whole weekend, bringing girls over there and stuff like that. So we get all the shit together and we about to leave. At the time, they had them cable boxes. You remember them cable boxes that went across like that? You might be too young, but
Oh, I do
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
the brown ones that had
the brown ones, yeah.
I'm only 21 years old, guys. I'm only 21 years old.
Yeah, wow, yeah. So I mean, they used to have those cable boxes. We used to have 3 or 4 of them and some VCRs. And we was about to leave, and the dog got mad. So I'm like, damn, what's up with the dog? He was just walking around here like wasn't nothing happening. So my dog said, fuck that dog, and tried to kick him
What?
and ran. So I ran with him. We ran upstairs and ran in a room and slammed the door. And the dog going crazy in the house. So he like, man, we got to get up out of here. The windows they were some storm windows. So there was like them 3-plated windows. Couldn't get out of the window. I said, fuck that. He said, I'm going out there. I said, go ahead, nigga. I'm not letting that dog chew me up. I called the police. I told him, man, we broke in a house.
Shit, I would have did the same shit.
You know what I mean? And the whole time he calling me a snitch. I'm like, dude, I told on me too. Shit.
I feel you.
You didn't run your ass out that door. You waited till they got here and went to jail with me. So that was a dumbass move. Them was a whole bunch of situations that made me realize that I was an unsuccessful thug.
Yes.
Now, speaking of unsuccessful thugs, I got to talk about this. First of all, are you married or single?
I was. I got a divorce.
You're single right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm engaged. I move quick.
Oh, shit. All right, well, listen. Females in my world love thugs. They don't like good guys. And you just said we can't name a successful thug. They're temporarily successful, but it always ends up jail, prison, dead, whatever. So why do you think it is that the females that we usually want, the baddest females in the game, want these thugs when thugs are unsuccessful in the end of the story?
Yeah, because they don't know that.
How? I think that's doesn't everybody know that? Like,
no, women don't know that shit. They
Allie, listen to the clip. This includes
I'm
you.
like, where is he going with this?
Women are organically want a challenge in life. They want to be challenged. They like adventure, and I think that's
danger.
Yeah, they like adventure. They like adventure, and they like to mother that. And this is some unconscious shit that women got going on. They like to mother them kind of guys. And when I say mother them, is that every woman that meets a guy that is a street guy, they playing on the fact that it's a flaw. Guys think she's all of my. She's looking at you like you retarded, and this is her way of being a care patient for somebody.
Because at the same time, they're sleeping with them. They're attracted to them.
All of that.
Trying to mold
all
them.
of that. Yeah, they mold them. Yeah, because I hear women all the time say, I don't want to meet no guy that's got everything together.
What?
Because
what woman you met like?
What woman are you talking to?
Well,
I need to date them.
When I say that, I'm saying most women, if you meet when I say all together, is that a lot of times if you meet a man that is more meticulous than you, that got all the shit that he's supposed to have, what room does he need for you? You know what I'm saying? Here's a dude that keep his nails groomed and hair done, and he's computer savvy and know how to dress and don't. What the hell? Oh, you ever met a dude like that? This nigga do everything. Cook. Oh, I cook. It's like, nigga, what I'm doing with you? Like, you more of a bitch than me.
Damn.
At the end of the day, if you want to add it up,
I love it.
I like to leave some error for a woman to come in and feel needed in this relationship.
These are hold on, Allie. These are good
ahead.
notes because apparently, from what I'm getting out of this, is I've been the bitch. Because I've definitely got it together.
Well,
so I got to write this down.
Well, not like a bitch, not like that. Not that you don't have a job, that you know what I'm saying. But sometimes a man has to leave error for a woman to come in and be a woman to him. You know what I'm saying?
I can
How do
agree
you
with that.
how do you explain the groupies that chase after the athletes and? Well, I guess that's not the ones that chase after the
How
thugs.
do you explain that?
Yeah.
How do you explain that?
The woman that's chasing after somebody?
Yeah.
chasing after like the athletes and those
the
type of guys that have it
rappers.
all together.
Unfortunately, in this world, I've come to a conclusion that men are showing off for men and women are showing off for women.
That's true.
And they're using each other to do it on each other. You know what I'm saying? They, shit. Most of them guys in prison for selling drugs and doing all that crazy shit, they was high signing on another nigga. Period. They really wasn't even doing that shit for no women, man. You was making sure you outdone another nigga. You know what I'm saying? And women do the same thing. You know, I want other women to see that I got a guy that loves me. You know, and you know, is it real? Hell no. You trying to show off for another chick and make sure you upstaging each other. That's what all that shit is. Until you find somebody that's really a true person that really got love, y'all can share something with, you know, each other. But other than that, everybody showing off for each other, man.
Unsuccessful Thug. All
Yes.
right, now we'll be right back with Mike Epps. It's the feature presentation, DJ Sus One's Hip Hop Nation. The feature presentation radio show. Movie, it's DJ Sus One. Ali V is here.
Yes, sir.
I like the outfit.
Thank you.
Yeah, she killing
I like
us.
the Muhammad. You know that who's on your shirt, right? It's Muhammad Ali.
I know.
Okay.
We have Mike Epps in the building.
game.
Mike
Thank
Epps.
you.
Yeah.
Unsuccessful Thug. Now, I know you say that you haven't met a successful thug, but one person who's not alive now that you said is your favorite rapper who repped the whole thug life, Tupac.
Yeah.
What do you think about him in terms of like being a unsuccessful thug? What were some of his, eras you feel?
Well, I think Tupac was. I think the whole thug thing was something that he used to get people's attention so that he could show them that he was a revolutionary.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times you gotta have something to trick. You gotta have something to trick people who are oblivious. You know what I'm saying? Because same with kids. I post shit on the internet, positive, no likes. If I post some dumb shit, here they come. Oh God, you the bad motherfucker.
You're right.
So I think because Tupac was so smart and had that much knowledge of what he really wanted to put on you, he had to trick you and make you think that, hey, I'm with the same shit y'all with. Once he got you there in the room, now let me break down what's happening with the black man. So that's what I respected about Pac with that whole thug thing.
Could you have made the Tupac movie better if you
If I would have what?
been completely involved?
Hell yeah.
What do you think was wrong with it?
His mama didn't bless it.
Mm.
His mama and his family didn't bless the movie. And I think that they wore that man out, man. They every time I look up, they got some shit on TV about Tupac. Everybody wanted to tell their version of it.
Yeah.
And the real version of Pac was the movie he did of his own self before he passed, The Resurrection. So, you know what I mean? Shit. I think it was some bandwagon shit they did.
Yeah, I wasn't really feeling it, and I'm a Pac fan.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies, because in closing, I want to know what movies you got coming out with. Besides the book, you got so many things coming. What's in the works in the movie world for you?
I started doing my own movies. I got a production company called Naptown Productions, and my first movie I did under Naptown Productions was Meet the Blacks. I did that with a guy named Deon Taylor, great director, and we turned around and did a second one called Meet the Blacks 2, which we went and got Cat Williams, Little Duval, Michael Blackson, and then my production company did a movie this summer called The Trap with Tiana Taylor and T.I. It's off the hook. And these are like Friday genre movies. These are for us. Shot for $2 or $3 million. Small budgets, fun, colorful. Everybody loving it. And I'm producing, executive producing Luke Skywalker's Nasty as They Wanna Be movie.
Nice.
Which is gonna be really, really a big ass movie, man, about bass music and Luke going to beating the Supreme Court for the freedom of speech. And so producing that movie, I got a lot of stuff in the works, man. You know, my new special that I'm about to shoot in DC, and just did Death Wish 2. I played a doctor in that movie with Bruce Willis. Did another movie called Acts of Violence with Bruce Willis.
Yeah,
so
we know you getting that money out here. You getting that money.
I'm trying, man. I got enough kids. I got to stay working.
Yo, real quick, because I know there's rules in comedy. You saw the whole Michael Blackson thing with Kev, right? I know a lot of people talked about it. What in comedy rules? Did Michael Blackson take it too far?
No. Nah, man.
Is there any? What are the rules in comedy? Like what's too far in comedy? Is there too far?
Yeah, your kids. You know what I mean? Once you start talking about people's kids, that's a little.
It's a bit much.
Yeah, don't talk about my kids. You can talk about anybody but my kids.
So if you were publicly cheating, if it got out there publicly, it's already out there that you're cheating your wife. It's cool to play with that territory, comedy wise.
Yeah, that ain't shit. especially if you got caught. Everybody talking about it. You
Yeah.
can't pick one person that talked about it and say, "Oh man, you talking shit." You got to go at everybody that talked about your ass. Everybody talked about it. So that's the deal. We all friends. We all comedians. I ain't heard one comedian get killed yet over some comedy shit. So
Not yet, yeah.
no, it ain't gonna happen. That look crazy.
That's only hip hop shit.
Yeah.
Unsuccessful Thug.
Yes.
All right, congrats on the book, bro.
Thank you, man.
I'm going to hit you because I need you to sign my copy so I
right.
can show off to the girls who like thugs in my house. I'm not a thug. I gotta have something like a Mike Epps signed
You
book to
don't
show
want
them.
to
Like,
be that
give me the
shit,
pussy,
man. You don't want to be that shit. You know what? You can have the same thing as the thugs have and not even use it.
What do they have?
They have
women?
guns. They have all of this shit to
Yeah,
make
I'm not
people-
faking it.
to make people think that that's what it is, and they don't even use that shit. You don't have to use it. They might use it, but
Yeah.
it's all a persona, man. People love people that are honest. People love people that love their mama
Yep.
and their kids. That's gangster. You know what I'm saying? Out here performing for all these guys and making everybody, getting everybody in the uprise about that bullshit. It's nothing, man. The people own the damn record place. That's who you need to be doing a drive-by on. Shit. You sitting up there shooting somebody and y'all both waiting in line for a check.
I don't think I should comment on that. Mike Epps, thank you for coming
Yes.
through to the feature presentation
Much
radio
love,
show.
man.
My
Thank
nigga.
y'all for having me,
Thank you
man.
for keeping light skinned niggas alive.
You did. Fair con.
Hip Hop Nation, baby.